Welcome to Singles Capital. This is your girl Lexi Lex, and
Leo.
I'm with the mystery.
Duchesne.
All right, all right. So today we're going to go into several different topics on a lighter note. So let's get into it. Have you ever started dating or started a relationship and everything was going good? And as whether it started or in a relationship, now you are starting to meet the friends and you're meeting the family, and you start noticing a change. Like the friends and the families are not like into you guys, right? And you're noticing like the mother may not like you or the father may like you. How does that impact you guys? I know for women, but how does it impact you guys moving forward in that relationship? Do you think does that bother you guys? Is that like a deal breaker for a lot of men, or is it just like more of like, well, she don't like me as long as you do?
I've never been on that side. Um, I mean, all mothers like me.
Well, really?
I've never been on that side. However, I've been on the opposite side of that,
Yeah.
where my mother didn't like someone.
Ooh.
She wasn't a fan of them, especially in the beginning, and it didn't bother me because at the end of the day, it's like this is who I choose to be with. So that's who I'm going to be with. Like I like what you're saying. I hear you. That sounds cool and all, but this is what I'm doing. So
Did it affect your relationship?
it affected us in it did, but it didn't. Like it didn't affect us like directly, but it was more so like indirect, and it did cause some rifts in certain things, like her coming over. So I spent more time going over there. It's certain stuff like that,
Yeah.
especially when I was younger. So I actually lived with my mother at the time. So like it was certain stuff like that.
Okay.
But as far as like in the core of the relationship, no. But did it kind of cause like certain cracks and fractures?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say yeah, because
Okay.
it kind of separated it separated the family from becoming a whole. She got along with everybody else. She got along with my cousins and my brother and everybody loved her. It was just that relationship was so fractured from the beginning that it was so hard to repair.
Yeah.
And it didn't get repaired until like damn near the end of my mother's life. So
Okay.
yeah.
What about you, Duchesne? All moms like you?
I feel like I'm kind of in that scenario too. I haven't had too many issues with anybody's mom per se. I had one person I was talking to, their aunt didn't like me.
Yeah.
Still don't like me. But other than that, but for me, it didn't necessarily really affect me too much because the mom was cool with me for the most part, grandmothers, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that didn't really affect me too much. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess from unfortunately from male's point of view, as long as you getting the cookie, ain't not gonna make me get the cookie up. So you're gonna have to get over it.
But if the mom is causing like friction in y'all relationship because she does not like y'all or she's not into you, but of course your girl is still wanting to be with you, like how does that work? I could tell you from my point of view because I've been in that situation myself.
That's what I was going to say, because I'd have to be in that situation to really tell you about it. Because I've, like Leo, I've been on the other side of it where my mom didn't like somebody.
No, I was not on the part where they didn't like me. Like I've been with somebody where my mom didn't like.
Yeah, you're on the same page with us.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I have experience where it was like the mom liked me too much. And it was to the point where she was really like rushing the relationship.
Yeah, I've been there too.
That affected us a lot. That kind of, when you speed, when you're driving at 100 miles an hour, you crash at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So that's what happened to our relationship. It was very, it was, because when you're young and you say certain things, and even though you mean them, but you don't mean them right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I want to marry you, but I don't want to marry you tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I want to, you know what I'm saying? So I want to spend the rest of my life with you, but I didn't want to start spending my life with the rest of my life with you.
Well, you were lying the whole time, boy. You can't, you can't lie to me like you lied the whole time.
You trying to think this all the way.
You were lying the whole time.
Well, at the end of the day, I was really young, so I really had a naive mindset. So I was like, yeah, this is who I want to be with. And it was true. It wasn't that I was lying. It was just that like I want to marry you, but I want to like save up and buy the ring myself. I don't want your mama to go buy the ring and give me the ring to give to you. Like that's crazy. Like you're like forcing it and pushing it to like a point where it's not flowing naturally anymore. You're creating this. So so that happened to me. So I would say that in that aspect, the mom affected the relationship and made it and rushed it. But I mean, again, I have to take responsibility too because I was young. So I didn't man up and say, hey, let's slow down and let's and grab. I didn't grab the relationship by the horns. I just kind of let it. I just let the wheel go and Jesus take the wheel and Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Me personally, I'm just to be devil's advocate here. I'm personally I'm on the side of the mom here, where essentially, because they're older, they probably see they see the potential there. Versus when you're younger, you really don't know what potential is. You get what I'm saying? You just out here trying to da. And as a parent, instead of having your child go out and try, I see a good one here. Just stick with this one. You get what I'm saying? I know you might see a couple, whatever the case is. I don't know what y'all got going on, but overall, this is a good person. I know what a bad one and a good one look like, and they were trying to force you there. Like
I think that's
right. I agree, and I'm not saying that anything was wrong with it. I just think that again, I have to take responsibility for myself because I didn't take it by the horn and say, "Whoa, slow down." Like I just let things be forced upon me. You know what I'm saying? So I would say that's more so on me than on her. But I do admit that her having a hand in it did cause some issues.
Yeah, it made it look tough. Yeah.
So I think from my perspective, let's talk about what my mom's doing, right? So I think they laughing.
Hey, boy, I would hate to be on your mama bad side. Boy, I ain't finna lie to you. Oh my goodness.
I might still be on her bad side because I ain't pick up them shirts, but she ain't invite me to Sunday not one time. She ain't even send me no nothing.
So
she still cooking?
Huh?
She still cooking? I ain't getting not one text saying, "Hey, we cooking coming." I've been buying plates, Miss Marie. Put the camera on me real quick. Miss Marie, I've been buying plates, man. Come on now. Don't do me like that. I'm your son. I love you.
And she was supposed to make my sauce boy. What happened to that, bro?
You're going to have to show up first.
No, she said she going to make the sauce boy. She going to let me know so I can come order a plate.
Yeah, she'll make it for you.
Betsy Food House.
Yeah, Betsy Food House.
So at the beginning, let's start off at the beginning, right? Because my mom's a character. So that's why they're laughing. So when I was first dating, she was tearing them down left and right. And I think it was more like, because I was very much like a family type of person, orientated type person. So it was just more like, your mama said it. So it's like, it's a part of you like, I ain't listening to her. Like, this is my own relationship. But a part of it's like, this your mama though. Like, she might know some things. So like, I think it did cause issues within my relationships. The beginning part, she was right. I ain't gonna lie. Your mama be right in the beginning part. Like, as you're young and naive, like your mama knows a little bit more. And like you guys said, like she know what bad boys look like and the good guys look like. But as I evolved to get older, I think I needed her that direction. I didn't take it as much. And when I got older to make like my own decipher of as a good guy or a bad guy, and she was intervening. For the guy part, it definitely played a role. He was hurt. He was definitely hurt. And of course, because my mom know how to cook, y'all. So his stomach was hurting and he was hurt. So
that's cold. How you do the
I would bring him some plates, but like he couldn't come over sometimes because she was like he can't come over. But eventually I got some restrictions taken off. But yeah, it was kind of hard. It's kind of harder when the parent is like stern about like you can't come over. Like it's different when she's like, I don't really like him and don't voice it. But my mom's she not the one.
Very vocal.
Quite too vocal. So, that did cause a little bit of rough draft, but I would say that now she'll get mad at me, but she don't control no show. If I like him, I like him. Like I'll take her 2 cents and I'll take her advice. It does mean something to me. But ideally, if I'm 10 toes down, I'm 10 toes down. Like I'm my own woman now. But as I was growing, I think it did play a role on how it moved. Like, my mom don't like you, like, dang. Like, I don't see a future with you, but we could kick it now. Like, my mom don't like you. She might make both our lives hard.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. If your mom don't like somebody, bro, that makes everything hard, bro.
It's hard.
So much
it's
tougher.
so hard.
Yeah, it makes
like,
so much tougher.
Your mom is the one who's gonna watch these babies. Like, your mom controls a lot of avenues.
I didn't even think about that as a
Like,
guy. Like
yes.
your mama can just throw so much salt in the wound.
Yes. Like when you have like family gatherings and your mom is like, she the woman of the table and she like,
what? She just
like or like telling everybody in the family like, why y'all talking to him? You know he don't be treating her like it can go so wrong. And when I say this, don't take this as it's just a woman point of view. I can see on the man's point of view, like if the mom does not like you, oh boy, so, and you trying to get with her son.
So what about if the dad don't like you?
I don't know. I don't feel like you ever had a problem with that.
I think dads are like, take my son out of here, so I ain't got to worry about this little man no more. But I never.
Nah, even as a dude to a female, I feel like I've never been, especially to no father, I've never been no disrespectful dude like that to a man. And as long as you showing, especially in front of him, you showing his daughter, the utmost respect or whatever the case is. Like most men, I feel like they go. It mainly be the mamas.
I think it's the mom. It's the mom.
It's the mamas that make it more known. The dads don't make it known, but they keep an eye.
No, you got to do something. For a dad, you got to do something. Like you got to do like. You put your hand on, like I've never done it, but if you put your hand on the door, I'm pretty sure that like it's over after that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but even then, if you're not treating her right, he probably like, yeah, man, hey,
what about
tighten up?
What about
a woman?
What about being reversed? What about you not liking who your parent is dating?
I've been there.
Oh boy,
that was
the worst.
I've been there, but
horrible, bro.
Worse.
You
ain't got no say so.
Personally, like impactfully, like my dad's dated, but it was like more in passing. I've never really like got to like be like, oh, I don't like them, so I've never experienced that. My mom never dated anybody else after.
Like when your dad was dating, was it like were you in the same like y'all in the same like?
No, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't like I wasn't like
you wasn't living with him,
right? I wasn't like super involved. Like I just
if you were involved, it's and you don't like them, it's different.
Tell me about it.
Who is different? Where you want to start?
Wherever you want to start.
And to know that he's pounding your mom and like.
Oh, I never thought of it. Wow.
And that your mom. And when I say that, it's just more of like. Your mom might be whooped, and like if she's whooped, like I can't get her back.
The worst, bro.
You can't get her back. God, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like I never thought about that, but once that happens, it's just like y'all men. Like I put it down on her, she ain't going nowhere. It's the same way he ain't going nowhere. And it's like no matter what you tell it, her, she gonna be like, hey Judy, go to the stove.
What?
Like it is. Yeah.
It sounds horrible.
It is horrible.
Yeah, it's the worst.
I've dealt with my aunt, like an aunt of mine. She was dating someone and nobody liked him, and he would just sit in the living room playing his guitar.
And he get away with murder.
And didn't work and do anything like that. So I've dealt with that slightly indirectly, but I've never dealt with it like directly with my parents. Like my mom, like I said, my mom never dated anyone after my dad. Like she was by herself. She dated God and Jesus. That was it.
That sounds great. That was reminding of my grandma.
Every night.
But imagine like your mom dating and looking for some like imagine your mama out here like and we give your mama dating advice at 70 or whatever. Like she out here meeting dudes, playing bingos. And
wait, time out 70 is crazy.
Okay, 60, 50. Like
no. I'm all right. So what I'm talking about is when I was in my teenage years.
Yeah.
Or whatever the case is. I can't remember how my mom was at the time, but when I was in my teenage years, and she didn't make the best choice of the person she can date. Like you said, the nigga sitting in the living room type shit. He just around all the time. What? You feel me? And it wasn't like a very nice person. Like, way before this dude, she was married to my stepdad. And my stepdad, like, at the time, my brothers them didn't like him because I guess they was a little older. So, just male conflict in the house and stuff like that. But I was the youngest. So, that was my guy. You get what I'm saying? He bought me toys or whatever. He bought me off. Like, he was my
That's
guy.
what they usually try to do.
Yeah, nigga bought me off. I was whatever little Hot Wheels I wanted, he bought all that. That was
Did he tell you to go outside and play for a little while?
No.
Okay, I just want you to know what's happening. Okay, go ahead.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate that. Anyways,
I don't know. He may not have been that respectful. He could have just
Did,
been like,
if you heard the TV on loud, that was a moment too.
All right, thank you.
Right.
Okay.
Anything else? You want to add more time?
I'm gonna leave you alone.
I mean, it could have just been like he could have just been right there playing. Shit could have been right behind him.
Anything else, guys? Anything else, guys?
I'm telling you because I was with you.
You
went through a lot. I didn't go through that. Okay, I don't know when they did.
Outside to go play.
Yeah, I don't know when.
No, she was right there in the room making the noise.
Oh my goodness. That's torture, bro.
Never. All right, let's get back. Let me let me get this back.
You know what's funny though? The funny thing is that when I think about it now as an adult, like when I dated people that had kids and their kids were like
badasses,
not badasses, but like still up and doing stuff, and we was trying to do stuff. We did it.
Yes.
Every time.
Okay, so that's what I was about to get you. Let me get y'all back to full circle, back to singles capital. Is that now we don't talk about the moms doing it, right? So let's make sure we understand that you guys, being the men, dating women, like understand, and she has kids, that's what y'all doing. Y'all making these memories that I remember. Like that man didn't care about us. All right, with that being said, I think we learned a lot. We still we're gonna have to bring this topic back one more time, y'all. Stay tuned for next episode. Don't forget to follow, share, and subscribe. And once again, I'm your girl Lex, and I'm with.
And this is Leo.
And this is Touche.
And this is Singles Capital.